Hello everyone, welcome to Numpy course. So today we'll be learning about how the environment will work in a Numpy as well as how we have to install Numpy in Anaconda Navigator and how we have to import it in a Jupyter notebook. So let's start on that. Yeah, now comes to environment. We are having a step by step. First, how we have to install this particular thing. So this is the basic way to install. We use a line or code is pip install numpy. So basically pip is nothing but your package installer. We call this is your package installer. Pip is known as package installer. So whenever you want to install a package, we have to use a keyword called pip, and then we have to move towards with the install, pip install, and then here a package name. Which package you want to install it, that particular name you have to install in a Qt console or a command prompt, CMD, in a command prompt. So this is the one way to install, and if suppose your system was not supported on NumPy, because sometime when you download a Anaconda Navigator, by default NumPy is installed. So that particular time no need to install that NumPy. You can go with importing directly, we can use it. But suppose the setup is not there, or when you install by mistake because of some reason the setup is cracked or you install a cracked version. In that particular time you have another option called pip setup.py install. You can use it in a CMD prompt the same way to install the setup in a proper way. So this is the another way to install a NumPy. So now move to the importing. Once we install it, we have to move to the importing. So there is a two way to import it the same way. Both are 99.99% same, just we are using one importing time alias name and one just normally imported. So how we have to import, just we are using a keyword called import and then which package name you are importing, numpy. So this is how, this is just a package name. So we used a package name, your importing is done, and that will be in a Jupyter notebook. Now there is another way called import numpy as np. Np is nothing but we call as a alias name for numpy. Like in our house, what happened? We are having a big name, school name or original name. In Aadhaar card, we are having one big name. So in a home, but no one call us with that particular name, right? We are calling as a different nickname. So alias name, nothing but just like a nickname. So always to use NumPy everywhere to work on that, it's too difficult, right? So to reduce this difficultness, we used our alias name for that particular type. And this alias name we are using NP. It's not compulsory you have to use NP, right? You can use any alias name there and just you have to remember that alias name. But most of the time we are using NP because it's a closer to NumPy words. That's the reason we are putting NP. But remember, there is no compulsory. You can use AB, you can use XY, you can use X. But just depend upon your comfortableness, depend upon your uses. You have to choose your alias and you have to remember till last. So that's the reason we are using this particular things the way how we have to import. This is how we have to install the NumPy, how we have to import the NumPy. Till now, I think you will be clear with the theoretical aspect of your NumPy. Now we are jump to a Jupyter notebook directly to understand the practical way or practically how we have to install as well as how we have to import. So let's move to that. So first thing, when you come to the Anaconda Navigator, you have to check NumPy is installed or not. By default, in Anaconda Navigator, NumPy library is installed properly. But if it is not, how you have to install? You have to go to the command prompt, cmd.prompt, launch that particular part. Here, you just move with that same keyword call to install pip, which call as a package installer, pip install, and which package name you have to give a package name here. So pip install, you can go with the package name or we directly go with the numpy. So let's see with the package name. You can go with the package name first because we have to give the package name up. You have to install those package name collectively, then move to numpy because we know that it's just to show you where the package name, how you have to use it. Now move to pip install numpy. If you observe here, requirement already satisfied because in an Anaconda Navigator in my system properly NumPy was installed. This is not a cracked version. So when you download it, check this particular thing once. If not, you have to install it in a two-way once. You can go with a pip install NumPy or pip setup.py, then you have to go with the package. So this is the two way you can install that particular thing. Okay. Then we move to the Jupyter notebook because now we have to start with our. Now we'll start with the Jupyter notebook. You can observe that already it's open. So how you have to go inside new, then Python 3. When you come inside, the new notebook will be open in front of you. You can observe it. This is a notebook from where you have to work on that. So how you have to import this particular part. So import im import numpy as np. Run this. See, it's run properly. Then comes to just check for a small code. I'll show you to check that like is it working or not the numpy thing. So suppose I just want to print some values. I'll go with any variable name. Then we'll create an array. NP because we have to use a numpy alias name to use the numpy things or numpy variables. So np dot array, then we'll create this 1 comma 4 or 2 comma the random values. I'm taking just a random values. So this will be one particular set, brackets. Don't forget to give a bracket properly. You should give a brackets properly. Run. Then print s. You can observe that we are printing a numpy as a list way. So list 1 comma 2, list 4 comma 7, list okay 76.7. I'm giving with the floats value 76 comma 67. Run once. Here print once. Yes. So this is how you have to work on the numpy things in your Jupyter notebook. So this is the way of using this. Before that, when we have a list and numpy, it comes to the single line. So that is the way to list to print, but we want a way in an array to print. So this is the way how you have to print the array using a numpy.